Once again, good morning, students. We'll continue with the chapter A Tiger in the House. In the earlier chapter, we had talked about the bear. Here we have a tiger. And now we know that grandfather had found him under a banyan tree, and now he was kept in the house. During the day he was free, but at night he slept in the cook's quarters, that is the room. One of these days, declared grandmother in a prophetic manner. Prophetic is when you tell something in advance, what is going to happen in future. We are going to find Timothy sitting in Mahmud's bed and no sign of the cook except his clothes and shoes. So what she is trying to say is that now Timothy is getting big, and one day Timothy is going to eat up Mahmud, and all we'll find there is his clothes and shoes, that's all. So she says this in a very jokingly way, in a funny way. Of course it never came to that. Of course that never happened. But when Timothy was about 6 months old, now he's 6 months old, a change came over him. There are a lot of changes in him. He grew steadily less friendly. See, earlier he was used to play with the other animals also, and even the author, but now he was getting less friendly. When out for a walk with me, he would try to steal away to stalk. Stalk is to chase, pursue or follow a cat or someone's pet dog. So now his wild instincts have started showing because he's a wild animal. Sometimes at night we would hear frenzied. Frenzied is crazy. Cackling is the sound of the hen, chicken, from the poultry house. Poultry is where you keep your chicken. And in the morning there would be feathers lying all over the veranda. What it means here is at the night he used to eat the other hens, the birds they kept in the poultry house. Timothy had to be chained up more often, and now he had to be put in a chain. Earlier he was free to go. And finally when he began to stalk Mahmud, and now he started pursuing Mahmud also about the house with what looked like a villainous intent. Villainous is dangerous intention. So when seeing this, grandfather decided it was time to transfer him to a zoo. Zoo is a place where animals are kept in a cage or a enclosure. That is zoo. Reserving a first class compartment for himself and Timothy. See, they booked a whole compartment because no one would share a compartment with them because everybody is afraid of a tiger. So he had to book a whole compartment. Grandfather took him to Lucknow. So he's taken him to Lucknow Zoo, where the authorities, the people who are in charge, were very glad, happy to receive as a gift a well-fed, because he was given proper food, so he is well-fed, and a fairly civilized tiger. Civilized because he's been staying in a house for 6 months. So that is where Timothy is sent, Lucknow Zoo. About 6 months later, so now time has gone by, it is 6 months now, when my grandparents were visiting relatives in Lucknow. So it happened that grandfather and grandparents, they had to go to Lucknow to visit some relatives. Grandfather took the opportunity of calling means going to the zoo to see how Timothy was getting on. I was not there to accompany him. I means the author, Ruskin Bond. He was not with them, but he heard all about it when I returned to Dehradun. So he is saying, I was not with them in Lucknow, but I heard the story when I was in Dehradun. Arriving at the zoo, grandfather made straight for the particular cage in which Timothy had been interned. Interned means kept in the cage. So he goes directly to that particular cage where he had left Timothy. The tiger was there, crouched in a corner. Crouch is sitting on your hind legs. Full grown. So it's been 6 months now. And now he is 1 year old. So full grown with a magnificent striped coat. Coat is the outer skin, fur of the animal. That is called coat. And striped because tigers have got black stripes on their yellow fur. Hello Timothy, said grandfather, and put his arm through the bars of the cage. So cage, it separates you, there are bars, and he puts his arm through it. And he's saying, "Hello, Timothy." The tiger approached the bars. So the tiger came to him and allowed grandfather to put both hands around his head. Grandfather stroked the tiger's forehead, that is the front part of the head. Stroked means patted, and tickled his ears. And with his fingers he tickled his ears. And whenever he growled, I told you earlier also, we came across this word, that is snarling. You have seen dogs, they show your teeth and make a certain sound. That is called growling or snarling. Smacked him across the mouth. Smacked is to hit lightly, because he is growling at the grandfather, so he is hitting him on the mouth, which was his old way of keeping him quiet. That is how excuse me, grandfather used to keep him quiet when he was with them in their own house. He licked grandfather's hand and only sprang away when a leopard in the next cage snarled at him. So there is a leopard in the next cage, and he used to go back into the cage when the leopard snarled, growled at him. So he is afraid of the leopard which is in the next cage. Grandfather shooed the leopard away. Shoo is making a sound of telling the animal to move away. And the tiger returned to lick his hand. So the tiger comes back and licks the grandfather's hands. But every now and then the leopard would rush at the bars and he would slink back to his corner. Move. Slink means move slowly back to the corner. So the leopard here seems to be disturbing the tiger, and he is afraid of this leopard. A number of people had gathered to watch the reunion with a keeper when a keeper pushed his way. That means a lot of people had gathered there to see how the grandfather was uniting. Reunion means meeting again. So it is after 6 months that grandfather is meeting the tiger, and the crowd is enjoying how the animal and how grandfather and the animal, that is the tiger, they are meeting each other. And asked grandfather what he was doing. I'm talking to the guard, that is the keeper, means one of the guards working in the zoo, comes and asks grandfather, "What are you doing?" "I'm talking to Timothy," said grandfather. "Weren't you here when I gave him to the zoo 6 months ago?" So he's saying, do you not know that I had 6 months back I had put this tiger in the zoo? "I haven't been here long." So the guard, the keeper, says, I've just joined, I have not been here long. Said the surprised keeper, "Please continue your conversation." So he says, "Please keep on talking with the tiger. But I have never been able to touch him myself." But he says, "You are talking to him, but I have never been able to talk to this tiger. He is always very bad tempered." Bad tempered is when you get angry, when you lose your temper. "Why don't you put him somewhere else?" suggested grandfather. So the leopard is disturbing the tiger. So grandfather is asking him, "Why don't you shift him to another cage?" "That leopard keeps frightening him. That leopard keeps growling and snarling at him. I'll go and see the superintendent about it." And he says, "I'll go and see the superintendent." Superintendent is the person who is in charge of the whole zoo. So that is all for today. We'll continue with this chapter in our next video. Thank you all of you, and have a nice day.